Hello guys. In this session, we are going to learn how to monitor Memcached with Prometheus and Grafana. Let's start. First of all, we need to understand what is prerequisites. Okay, so first of all, we need a AWS account with Ubuntu 22.04 LTS, or you can 24 point 24.04 LTS. Okay. Then basic knowledge of AWS service, Prometheus, as well as Grafana. Okay. So as you can see here, I have successfully launched my Ubuntu 24.04 LTS instance, right? Okay. That's it. So we need a basic knowledge about AWS services, Prometheus, as well as Grafana. So you know how to install Prometheus, Grafana, right? So if you don't know, then follow the steps. So let's start to monitor Memcached with Prometheus and Grafana. So let's start. So first of all, we need to install Memcached on Ubuntu. So first of all, we need a Ubuntu instance. So as you can see here, I successfully launched my Ubuntu instance. And here I have successfully connected to my Ubuntu instance to my terminal, right? Okay. So first of all, here we need to install Memcached. Okay, so first of all we need to update the package repositories. So how to update? So the command is sudo apt update. Okay. So it's done. Let's clear the screen. Okay. Then the next step is install the Memcached using following command. So let's install using sudo apt install Memcached. So yes, I want to install. So yeah, it's done. Let's clear the screen. After that, the next step is let's install Prometheus on Ubuntu. Now it's time to install Prometheus. So we have successfully installed Memcached. So let's install Prometheus. So the download the latest version of Prometheus from the GitHub repository using the following command. So I'm going to copy this repository. So yeah, it's done. Now let's clear the screen. If I run the ls command, as you can see the tar.gz file. So we need to extract this. So how to extract? So the command is tar xvfz and your file name. So yeah, it's done. If I run the ls command, as you can see, this is the extracted file. Okay. So after that, we need to inside this extracted directory. Okay, and here we need to insert this /etc systemd system location, and in this location we need to create Prometheus service file. Okay, and in this file we need to add this below content from here to here. Okay, so let's save the file. Okay. So here we have successfully installed Memcached, successfully installed Prometheus, and we have successfully created Prometheus service file. Now it's time to reload the system using this command. And then after that, let's enable Prometheus service using sudo systemctl enable Prometheus service. And after that, let's start our Prometheus. And if you want to check the status, then you can check the status of your Prometheus. Sudo systemctl status Prometheus service. So as you can see, it's active running. And as you can see, the date and timing is a 6 seconds ago. That means we have successfully installed Prometheus in our Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. Right. After installing Prometheus, if you want to access the Prometheus in browser, so how to access? First of all, you need to copy your instance IP, public IP, and hit on browser. And the Prometheus port number is 9090. So as you can see, This is a Prometheus dashboard, and if I go to the target, as you can see, as of now, we have only one job with the name Prometheus. The state is up, and the label last scrap duration. Okay, now we have only one job here. Okay, now it's done. Now it's time to install Grafana. So as you know how to install Grafana, so first of all, we need to import the GPG keys using by the Grafana package. So let's import the GPG keys. Then after that, then add the Grafana repository to the apt sources using following command. So enter to continue. It's done. Now next is let's update the system package first and then install Grafana using following command. Okay, so the command is sudo apt install Grafana. So let's install. So enter press Y to continue. So as you can see, it's installing Grafana on Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. So it's done. Now I'm going to clear my screen first. Okay. After that, we need to start our Grafana using the following command: sudo systemctl start Grafana. Then let's enable Grafana server. And after that, if you want to check the status of Grafana, then you can check the status using following command. So as you can see, it's active running and the date and the timing, and it's a 12 seconds ago. Okay, it's done. So we have successfully installed Grafana also, right? Now, if you want to access Grafana in browser, so how to access? So first of all, you need to copy your public IP address, then hit on browser, and the Grafana port number is 3000. Okay, as you can see, it's a login page. So it's loading. Okay, so it will ask username and password. So for Grafana, default username and password is admin, right? After that, okay, never. It will ask update your password, new password, and confirm new password for security reason, right? So as of now, I'm going to skip this. So as you can see, this is the Grafana dashboard. Okay, so we have successfully installed Grafana, Prometheus, and Memcached. Okay. Okay, now let's check the next step. Now the next step is we need to create user group in user for Prometheus. So here, as you can see, now after the installation of Prometheus and Grafana is done, let's create user group for Prometheus. So let's create the user group using following commands. Okay. Then the next step is we need to download and install Memcached exporter. Okay. We have installed Memcache. Now we are going to install and download Memcache export. Okay, so how to download? So as you can see, download the Memcache exporter using this binary. So let's copy. So first of all, we need to exit from this directory location. Okay. And now here, I'm going to download this. If I run the ls command, as you can see here, Memcache exporter, right? Okay. Then we need to extract this Memcache exporter using this star xvf command. If I run the ls command, as you can see the extracted file here in blue color. Now we need to move this binary to the appropriate directory. Now let's run the ls command. So as you can see, it's move to the directory, some files. Okay. Now if you want to check the details of Memcached exporter, then you can run the command Memcached exporter version. So you can see the details and all about the Memcached. Okay. Now after that here, the next step is we need to configuring Memcached exporter service. So how to configure? So the command is here. We need to create Memcached exporter service file using following command. So in this file, we need to add this below content from here to here. Okay. So let's save the file and exit. Okay, it's done. So we have successfully create Memcached exporter service file. And after that, we need to reload this using following command. Then let's enable the Memcached exporter. And then we need to start the Memcached exporter. And after started, if you want to check the status, then you can run the status command also. As you can see, it's active running. Okay. After that, it's done. Now, if you want to check the Memcached exporter, then you can check in browser, but Memcached exporter port number is 9150. So let's check. So copy your public IP, instance public IP, and the Memcached exporter port number is 9150, right? 9150. So as you can see, Memcached exporter, Prometheus exporter for Memcached service. If I click on this metric, as you can see the version, branch, revision, and so on. If I click on this matrix, so as you can see the Memcached matrix. You can see, right? So that means we have successfully installed and download Memcached exporter also. Okay. Now it's time to move next step. Now the next step is configuring Memcached exporter endpoint in Prometheus configuration. Right. If I go to the Prometheus here, and if I click on this target and go to the target, as you can see, as of now, we have only one job here with the name Prometheus. Now we are going to add another job with the name Memcached. Okay, so let's add. So first of all, let's open the configuration file of Prometheus. So go to this location, Prometheus. And here, let's open the configuration file of Prometheus. And as you can see here only one job with the name Prometheus and the target and the port number is 9090. Now, we are going to add another job here with the name Memcached. So let's add. And here, we need to replace this localhost with instance IP because Memcached is installed in our instance. So that's why I'm going to enter instance IP and the port number is 9150. And after that, you need to careful about indentation. Okay. If you add extra space, then it will give us error. So you need to careful about indentation. Okay, it's done. Now let's save the file and exit. So remember one thing, after changes, any configuration file, we need to restart the service. So that's why here I'm going to run this command to restart Prometheus service. So it's done. Now let's go to the Prometheus and go to the target. So wait a second, it's restarted. Now as you can see, we have added one more job with the name Memcached and the state is up. As you can see the matrix, right? And the label instance and the job is Memcached. Last scrap timing 1 minute 34 seconds ago. Scrap duration. And there is no any errors. Right? Now we have two jobs here because in our Prometheus configuration file, we have added this Memcached job. Okay, it's done. Now it's time to move next step. The next step is setting up Grafana dashboard for Memcached Metrics. So let's go to the Grafana. So this is the Grafana dashboard. Welcome to Grafana. So first of all, we need to add data source here. So click on this data source. and select Prometheus as a data source. And here you need to enter the Prometheus URL. So our Prometheus URL from here to here, that means instance IP and the port number. Okay, and keep as it is, and let's scroll down, click on save and test. Yep, it's done. Now let's go to the home. Okay, now after that, here we need to check this metrics to monitor, right? So that's why here we need to click on this plus icon and click on new dashboard. So because here we are going to create new dashboard, so click on add visualization and select data source. So our data source is Prometheus, it's already default. Okay, and here if I scroll down here, you need to enter the matrix. So here I am going to enter this metric, Memcached process system CPU seconds total. Here enter your metric, select and select label as a job, select value as a Memcached and click on run query. So as you can see the output. Now if you want to check in bar chart, you can see the bar chart. If you want to check the stat, you can check the stat gauge. Okay, you can check from this. If you want to change, then you can change. Okay. So as you can see, the metric result that Memcached process system CPU seconds total. Okay. Then if then I'm going to run this next metric, Memcached process user CPU seconds total. Now I have checked this system CPU seconds total. Now I'm going to check user CPU seconds total. Select matrix, job Memcached and run query. As you can see, the user CPU seconds total. Okay, so we are going to monitoring from here. So it's done, right? So in this session, we have learned how to monitor Memcached with Prometheus and Grafana. And in this, first of all, we have installed Memcached on Ubuntu. Then we have installed Prometheus on Ubuntu. After that, we have installed Grafana on Ubuntu. Then we are going to create user group and user for Prometheus. Then we have download and install Memcached exporter. Then we have configuring Memcached exporter service. And then after that, we have configuring Memcached exporter endpoint in Prometheus configuration. And in last, we have setting up Grafana dashboard for Memcached metrics to monitor the metrics. It's done. So in this session, we have learned how to monitor Memcached with Prometheus and Grafana. So thank you for watching and I hope you understand.